What's up, friends? It's Monday. Keep watching this video because I'm about to do a really cool stock review just for you. Let's dive in. Hey traders from around the world, welcome to your Monday real life stock review. What a brilliant morning we have had out there in the markets. So much fun transpiring and really ending with a candle that I think everyone anticipated us that we were going to get. Just took a little bit longer than expected. Big bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, gap up, and it was just running all the way up until like 11 or so, 12 o'clock Central, and then it finally rolled over, which, I mean, we knew it was going to happen. I really started talking very hard about that right about there. Once this candle came in and we closed below here, I was like, yep, there we go. Finally, the big pullback. Once all the newbies are getting in bullish, and I did attempt to take that trade. I was just a little too early. And in hindsight, I should have bought calls rather than use the stop on the Dow ETF. I knew it was going to roll over. Absolutely without question knew it, just a little bit too early to the party. However, the good news is, if I come over to the futures class last night, this was a really great short that we took. Let me hop over here. Right here. So here's the setup. Again, this was 5:24 p.m. last night on the E-minis when we had that initial gap up. Just a massive amount of buying coming in. Bull, 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 bull. So this gap up, right, just makes sense that some people are going to be selling it late last night. So here's the 5-minute chart. So again, huge upper shadow. A lot of people profitable. Boom, 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 boom. Some easy wave rotation. And we really did murder that trade on the bear side. And then a few people took it long, rode it up, and then it made some new highs. I thought maybe 2,900 would be where it kind of slows down, but it went a little bit higher. Shook a few people out with some weak bear hands, came back down, and actually at this point looks like it's probably ready for a long again. So this is a good pullback. And realistically, again, over on the SPY, as bearish as it was today, we probably gap down a little bit tomorrow, but from there, probably get bought up. I love this gap occurring on a weekly chart. I mean, this is a big deal, the fact that we gapped above last week's high. And a lot of stocks are looking brilliant, so I'm all for it. Buy the dip. Apple, just another wonderful move. Have a lot of traders in all kinds of shares. Just tons of people in bullish on Apple long term, and that was a very nice gap on this one today. Just gapped and pretty much ran right out the gate. Here's your 3-minute bearish candle on that gap up above yesterday's high. Entry above there, stop below there, and Apple just dominated. Tesla was another really good moneymaker for a lot of real-life traders today. And why would it not be? That gap was absolutely fabulous. Just right above these upper shadows, inside day candle on Friday. Brilliant, serendipitously sensational gap on Tesla, which is great because a lot of traders are also in some shares on Tesla, and tons of people have some put sales, but many of them bought back those put sales today. So I'll actually be talking about all those traders in the afternoon room, removing a lot of the names here on the board for those traders who bought back those put sales for a profit. Because yes, this has been, and all started with this one white soldier back on June the 4th. So again, even if you didn't get in long on that day, you know, my buddy John Salvio played a good bullish trade on the 5th, and just a really good gap and a good continuation. Tesla has plenty of room to bounce since it's been down here so far. You know, just really getting absolutely wrecked. So we'll find out what it does precisely, but, you know, trade up a little bit higher. And then most likely, I'm thinking on Tesla, something like this. And then maybe another retest back into this area. But I do think the bottom is in on Tesla. Let's see how to request for Chipotle. And Chipotle, this is a stock that's pretty easy to trade, even though it's very expensive. This could be a stock that if you eat Chipotle, which I don't personally, I'm more of a Moe's fan myself. But if you go to Chipotle and you like the burritos, buy 2 or 3 shares. Right? Buy them at nice low levels on a pullback. So this is the daily chart. So you don't really want to buy it right here. But, you know, if you bought 2 shares of Chipotle here, you were spending $1,300. And right now, it would be over $1,400 worth in value. So you just made on 2 shares, you made $100 worth of burrito money. That's a lot of money for Chipotle, my friends. $100, I mean, you could eat Chipotle like every single day for a month off of $100. So that was a good move and really nice dip. I do think Chipotle is just starting. This is a new, very gorgeous inverted head and shoulders pattern. There was blood in the streets and rats in the restaurants back over here in last year, back in March. And the cool part was during Kids Month back in here, this March 2018, I remember vividly, March 2018 when Chipotle was at $300 a share, I was interviewing a trader named Abby, and I asked her if she ate at Chipotle, and she said yes, because she had some money to invest. And I said, hey, if you want to invest in Chipotle, just put your money in Chipotle at these levels, because if you like it, you love the company, and you understand how they make money, and you use their products, this is a great spot to buy. Risk reward's phenomenal, and buy low, sell high. Anyway, so don't know if Abby did that, but if she did, she's up well over 100% on those shares. That is a good trading opportunity. Buying companies, you know exactly how they make money. They're beat up a little bit, kind of like Kraft Heinz, KHC. I don't think it's going to go away anytime soon. It's getting absolutely just beat up over the last few, for a while. But here on the daily chart on Kraft Heinz, I think the bottom is in on Kraft. This should be the bottom down here in May. Probably going to stabilize, hang out here for a bit, chop around. But Kraft Heinz, I think, generates $6.7 billion in free cash flow every single year, and Beyond Meat loses $1 billion. So fun to see Beyond Meat gapping up today, just punishing some more bears, really making a mockery of the short sellers. And from here, I don't think it's done, actually. It very well might be, but tomorrow morning it probably gaps up again, throws a little bit of an upper shadow, and then probably starts to pull back. I know a lot of you want to short Beyond Meat. I get that. Just be very careful. The puts are super expensive. They're very pricey, and it's incredibly hard calling the top on stocks like this. Tilray was a most recent example, doing something similar to Beyond Meat, and my buddy Garrison actually sent me a really good chart comparison of Tilray and Beyond Meat, and he was saying that it's probably around one of these two similar type of candles, which I agree with. So yeah, I think there's going to be some little bit of pullback on Beyond Meat, most likely, but this is another one that, again, if you're a vegetarian or you're vegan, and those are options that make a lot of sense to you, on a pullback you could just buy 2 or 3 or 4 shares. Doesn't have to be a massive position. You don't have to go all in, but you buy 2 shares here at 144 and it trades up to 180. I mean, that is $40 anyway you slice it. 2 shares, it's $80. That's enough Beyond Meat to last you at least 2 weeks, and you could do it again 2 or 3 separate times. So keep your eyes on Beyond Meat. As crazy as it sounds, I do think it probably does go a little bit higher, especially with the volume. But even if it doesn't, at some point, this will be a great long-term buying opportunity. Stone Cold Steve Austin, SKA-STNE, long-term accumulation pattern. Had a lot of people requesting this one recently. You did have a decent gap today, but really the great buying opportunity was back here on May 31st when you got that inside bearish candle and then the breakout on the 4th of June. That was your entering candle. So Stone Cold Steve Austin, ticker symbol STNE. If you're playing it, I would just tiptoe in. It's an accumulation pattern. It's at a resistance. If it breaks out, great. It'll probably retest before it goes higher. But overall, you could parcel in some shares on this particular stock to see what it does. Square holding up strong. A lot of traders in tons of bullish positions on Square. Other than Apple, this is probably the most owned real-life trading stock out there. And really, really good pattern on the weekly chart. I mean, I think Square is just getting started, folks. This, I believe, is probably the bounce on Square, most likely. It'll hop around, chop around, and trade sideways for a little bit. But we got put sales, we got bull put spreads. Traders have shares, covered calls, debit spreads, leaps, all kinds of people in all kinds of different ways long on Square. So we'll see what it does, right? It still has this gap down from earnings that it needs to kind of fill and chop around. So let it hang out. Buy whatever dip you want on Square. It looks good. Nvidia, NVDA, looking strong. I love the fact that Nvidia is bouncing off the 200 simple and then it gapped up above the highs of these last 2 weeks candles. I'm a fan of Nvidia right now. Full disclosure, I am in some out of the money June 2020 call options on Nvidia. A few other traders have August positions. You can see Bob and Scott have some put sales. good place to buy it. Very nice one white soldier, and just as a trade for me on Nvidia, see what it does. If it can bounce down here over the next 3 to 4 months and trade back up into 189, that out of the money option will make a lot of money. What else do you guys want to look at? Google, straight up gangbuster mode. GOOGL, beautiful gap today. It is a retest gap, so it probably will retest just a little bit. We got triggered into 3D printing, bullish swing trade. Might lose on this one. We will see. It did not close above the 20 EMA, but I was trying to play it with a break out of these candles. So right now, 3D looks a little bit speculative. UPS, though, fantastic gap on UPS. That one does look really nice. Cron, CRON, putting in work. Cron, gapping up. We looked at this one over the weekend to get in bullish, and that was a beautiful trigger on CRON, expecting that one to most likely continue a little bit higher as well. Let's see, TME. So I don't think TME is going to retrace to 1337, but if it does, we'll leave that swing trade open as well. Uber triggering in on a pullback to 4302, pulling back into the moving averages. So we'll see if Uber bounces and it does a nice little S curve, or if I'm getting in too late on Uber. We will see, but I'm kind of expecting maybe something like this. Shoutouts to Johnny Guarco and Matt DeLong, who shorted Uber right here by here, making a solid 2R gain on the downside. So gentlemen, well done there. A lot of great stuff to update. Really excited about the bullishness of the market. My friend Kevin Wiley, who is here in Nashville, who will be coming to the Nashville Trading Retreat, says it's so easy to make money in a bullish market, and it really is. Speaking of the retreat, seats are filling up fast. If you want more info, go to reallifetraining.com. It's on the very, very front page. Click on that, and it is all the information you'll need. Vast majority of it should be right here. So my girl, Ashley Allen, has been absolutely rocking out the 1s and 2s, getting people signed up. Do it, join it, be there. It's going to be an incredible experience. Folks from around the world, thank you so much for trading with me today. Tomorrow, I'll be back all day in the morning, day trading room. Brad is on vacation this week in Disney World. So I hope you're having fun, Mr. Brad Reed. And we're going to rock it out again tomorrow. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, remember, love life, and trade it. You rock. Bye. All right, friends, that's it. Your Monday real life stock review wrapped up, finished, cooked, baked up at 450 degrees for your mentally delicious brain food. If you like that, make sure to click that beautiful subscribe button. And if you like this video, there's plenty more where it came from. Click that button right there to watch more. You rock.